Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, Mom Squad, and we're back at it again. It's Camila, and I just wanted to talk to you guys today. I got up this morning, of course, doing my normal routine, what I always do, and I was getting a good old word, and I decided I wanted to get on and also touch on it a little bit. I was led to. I was even so touched by it, I just started writing in what I wanted to say and what I wanted to speak about. So I'm going to try to do that today and be as intentional as possible. But what I'm talking about today is the battle is with yourself. The battle is with yourself. And a lot of us, we feel like we're in competition. And I kind of talked about this a little bit. I don't know if it was on the video that I uploaded to YouTube channel or if it was just going live on my Facebook platform, but I know when I went live I definitely did talk about it a lot on my last live. But we need to stop feeling like our opponent is someone else. It's not. Our opponent isn't someone else. The opponent is the closest person to you. And do you know who that person is? Yourself. Yourself, period, point blank. You are your biggest opponent. A lot of us think that life is like a lot of us think that our life is like it is because of other people. And that is so not true. Your life is not like it is because of other people. It's not because of your past. It's not because of your upbringing. It's not because of your family. It's not because of your ex. It's not because of the mate that you're currently with. It's not the thing. It's not what others do or say about you. And a lot of times that's what we do. We want our lives to be, my life is like this because of such and such and this happened. No, you are your biggest component. A lot of times we do things and we have things in our head. Of course, nobody knows about it, but your biggest component is yourself. It's really yourself. We put labels on ourselves more than anyone else does. And a lot of times that's when other people start throwing us in a box because we already have ourselves in a box. You're the only person who listen at this and receive it for real. And a couple of you may just have to think about this. Because if I wasn't where I'm at now, I would have to think about this and reflect back on it. Okay? You are the only person who knows how you truly feel about you. About you. You're the only person who knows how you truly feel about yourself. Who can fix that? You. And you're the only person who can fix it. No one else. You have to step up to the plate for yourself. And like I say all the time, advocate for yourself. Nobody knows how you feel about you, and nobody defines who you are. Nothing that happens in your past defines who you are. My past is all jacked up. It was a lot of things in my past that happened. If I let define me now, I would not be the person that I am today. Trust me, I would not. So do not let your past define who you are. You keep moving. Don't let your ex define who you are. Don't let your mate define who you are. Don't let your family define who you are. Do not let childhood trauma define who you are. We all have tools. I tell y'all know that's my favorite thing to say. Toolbox with tools in it. We just have to pull the tools out. You are not the mistakes that you made. Mistakes were meant to happen. You are not your mistakes that you made. It's about how you come back from those mistakes. That's where the key falls in at. What do I do once I make that mistake? Do I stay in that mistake or do I fix it? Do I get on my knees and do I pray to God and tell him I'm sorry for what I have done? Do I ask for his forgiveness and do I start over? Or do I stay right there in that mistake and just keep digging in it deeper and deeper and deeper? When I fall in that mistake, I crawl back out of it because I know my God is a forgiving God and he has me with everything. Which one do you do? Ask yourself that. Can't nobody do that for you. Nobody can build your relationship with God but you. You. It's your battle. It's your battle. And that's what we have. This whole life thing and this whole thing with having a relationship with God, it's up to you. Nobody can do that for you. You can't say, oh, I'm not doing this because of this person. I don't read the Bible because of this person. I don't go to church because of this person. I'm not watching the word of God because of this person. I'm not praying because of this person. No, it all falls on you. You are your biggest opponent. You're in competition with yourself. If you want to be a better person, you have to stand up on your own and stop wanting other people to be responsible for the choices that you're making. That's all on you. It's all on you. Y'all have to like just soak in it. Like really soak in it and feel it, because when you do that, it opens up. When you do that, I'm sorry, somebody started calling, so I jumped and messed up my video. I was trying to decline the call. But when you do that, when you start knowing that it starts within you, you change it. You change a lot of things for yourself. No one can ever step on your toes. Trust me, I'm living proof of that. Like for real, I'm living proof of that. Me, myself, I am living proof of that. Can't nobody tell me anything about Camila. Nobody. Not one man walking the face of this earth. I don't care how many degrees you have. I don't care how long you have known me. I don't care how close of a relationship we have. Can't nobody tell me about Camila. Nobody. Because Camila's changing every day. Camila's becoming a better person every day. And that's what we all have to start doing. Stop being in competition with all these people in the world and be in competition with yourself so you can be a better person. You have the power. You have the power to defeat all negativity, all negative thinking that you think. And it's your mind. You put all that in your mind. People put it in your mind. You rebuke that right on up out of your mind. I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. That's not me. And we have to really, I'm for real, be intentional with that. Because when we're thinking devilish, it brings you down in so many different ways. We are our own worst critics. You can say people say all this about you and they always on you, but in your head, nobody knows your thoughts, because I used to be that person. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, I wish I could do that. She's good at that. Dang, look at her doing that. I sure wish I could. Now I'm doing any and everything that I want to and going to continue to do it because I'm in competition with me. I'm in competition with Camila. Nobody else. The battle is with me. And that's what y'all have to realize. Stop being in competition with everybody else on your job. Oh, they doing this, so I got to do this. Stop being in competition with your friend. Oh, she got the latest car. Let me get the latest. Let me up her one. Stop being in competition with people on social media. Oh, she posted about this, so let me post about that. Stop. We don't need to be putting on a show for man. We need to be putting on a show for God. You got to get it together. Like, you have to get it together. Time waits for nobody, and the clock is ticking. It is ticking. It's so many ways that the tools are given to us in where we at now in society. It's so many different ways that's different from back in the day, so it's no excuses. None whatsoever. Nobody can define you. Nobody can identify you. You know who can define you? God. You know who can be your worst critic other than yourself? God, not man. Stop letting them tell you what you need to do and how it needs to look. Walk in your truth. I say it all the time. Walk in your truth and don't be ashamed of it. You don't have to look like anyone else. You don't have to look like the world. I'm sure not trying to. I never have tried to. And have people had stuff to say? Yeah. Did I care once before? Yes. But do I care now? No. No, I'm going to buy and wear what I want to wear. I'm going to dress it up the way that I want to dress it up. I'm going to be in my natural and jump on the camera however I'm choosing to look. If I want it to be my natural hair, it's going to be my natural hair. If I want to have a sew-in, it will be a sew-in. If I want it to be a wig, it will be a wig. If I want it to be braids, it'll be a braids. It's whatever I feel like. I'm not doing anything to please no one anymore. I'm only doing what I need to do to please God in myself. Because if I'm a better me, everybody who surrounds me becomes better. And the people that genuinely love me, I have nothing to prove to them because they're loving me because of who I am, inside out, upside down, backwards, left and right. That's what they're doing. And that's what everybody has to get in the mindset of. Stop trying to prove a point to people. You don't have a point to prove to nobody else. Nobody else. God is already giving you the tools that you need to put in your toolbox. I said that already. You just have to pull them out of your toolbox. He already gave you your purpose. He's already gave you all of that stuff. But it's up to you to identify those things and actually utilize those things. He'll lead you to the water, but he ain't gonna make you drink it. You do have a choice of free will. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. Then you want to say God wasn't with me with this, and you wondering why all this is happening in your life, and why this is happening with your friends, and why this is happening with your family members. Why is everybody dying that you know? Why are you always sick? Why are you always, quote unquote, having bad luck? What is your relationship like with God? You are your number one opponent. Right? It's you are your number one opponent. Figure it out. What you speak over yourself, this is good. What you speak over your life is what you will live and what your life will be. Say it again. What you speak over your life is what you will live and what your life will be. Remember that. I ain't never going to amount to nothing. I'm so tired of trying, I might as well just give up. I'm just going to always be in this same point. Everything's always happening good for everyone else. I'm trying as best as I can, but this is all that I can do. Don't set limitations on yourself. You shoot for the stars. Shoot for the stars. I'm here today, but I'm going to keep going up. Then the next day, I'm here today, I'm going to keep going up. Every day, be the best you that you can be. And grow a little bit more each day. Don't stay stuck. If you're comfortable, you're stuck. Make yourself uncomfortable. That's my goal every day, to do something that I'm uncomfortable doing. Something every day. If you don't want to start out with every day, do it once a week. Okay, what am I uncomfortable doing today? Let me do something a little bit different today. Maybe once a month, let me do something a little bit different once a month. Because it's baby steps, but it's all about making and taking those steps. That's why I tell y'all, I say this all the time. When I first started my journey, and I'm not even going to play. It's people that was removed from my life that I thought would be in my life. And it's people that I thought should have been removed where God said, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. So it's all about, and it's about being faithful to God and actually opening up your mouth and having that conversation with him like you have with all the people that you want to be messy with. and gospel with all of that stuff. You need to have those same conversations with God. If you can do all that messy stuff, talking to people you really don't need to be talking to, people that's not leading you in a positive direction, all these, you need to remove them and put God in their place. And things will change drastically. And I'm not playing about that. Things will change drastically. And you're not alone. I don't care how alone you think you are. So many of us think like it's just me against the world. No. God is right there with you every step of the way. Every step that you take, God is right there. Even when we're not making the choices that he wants us to make, he's right there. All we have to do is turn and let him guide us. Let him guide us, but he's there. You're not alone. You don't have to look like everybody else because you feel like you'll be alone if you don't look like everybody else. It's okay to be different and don't look like everybody else. I've always been somebody who didn't have a whole bunch of friends. I could count on my hand, like true friends. I have always been the person that could count my true friends on my hand. Growing up as a child, 2 true friends. That's it. One name was Ebony. The other name was Risha. 2 true friends. Did I have people that then I didn't know they were called associates? I thought they were friends. I had associates, but I had 2 true friends. And you know what? To this day, especially Risha, can still call her, talk to her, do all of this stuff, all of that. Met them when I was probably 11, and I'm 45. If you have, and this is me, very transparent and going to be real. If you sitting around with 40, 50 friends, baby, you need to reevaluate yourself. Like, who needs that many friends? Who needs that many friends? Speak the truth over your life also. Like I just said, don't be speaking all that I can't. This is as far as I can go. This is all I'm worth. Oh, I don't deserve nothing better than. No, speak more positive over yourself and speak your truth. Regardless if other people think your truth may not be the way that they want it to look, that's fine. Because people are always going to have something to say. They are always going to have something to say. You speak your truth, they're going to say you trying to do this, you trying to do that. Let them say it. I don't care what nobody be saying now. I don't care who has a problem with my videos. I don't care who has a problem with me going live. If you have a problem with it, you're not meant to be in my life because this is for positive. So if you have a problem with it, then that's you on that negative trip. I don't have anything to do with it. What I'm doing on my platforms is for positive. It's doing it for God. It's to uplift people, pour into people. It's not to break anybody down, shut anybody down, make nobody's day worse. It's to make your day better. So if you're taking it as something other than, that's a you issue, not a me issue. And I will not stop what I'm doing because you don't know the value of you and you haven't defined yourself. Like, I have nothing to do with that. Like I'm saying, my battle is with me. And if somebody has a problem with anything that's being done with someone else, your battle is with you. So that's something you need to figure out. Right? Don't let your circumstances weigh you down. That's a good one. Don't let your circumstances weigh you down. Circumstances do not last forever. Circumstances are in that moment. They shall pass. You keep doing what you're doing. You keep being faithful to God. You keep allowing him to use you. You keep allowing him to lead you. Stop caring what others think and walk in your purpose that God has for you. Period. It's not rocket science. If you're praying to God and asking him to help you, and he will definitely do that. And it's up to you to do what he's telling you to do. Again, we all have free will. And y'all know what else is a good one that I have? The challenge isn't what's going on the outside of you. It's what's going on the inside of you. Remember that. It's what's going on the inside of you. A lot of us is so dark on the inside. And we have this facade on the outside. We faking, acting like we're so happy. Stop pretending. And deal with that darkness and that pain that's in you. And trust me, you will feel so much better. Does it hurt? Mm-hmm. When you're peeling off all them layers, all them dark places inside of you, it hurts. A lot of tears, a lot of crying, a lot of that stuff. But once you deal with it and you start peeling back those layers, and that dark black starts turning into brown, then that brown gets a little gray. Everything is just getting lighter and lighter and lighter and clearer. You start breathing better. You start looking different. You start glowing different. Y'all got this. The battle is not with the world. It's with yourself. You're not in competition with anyone but yourself. And you got this. I promise you. We're at 15 minutes. That's all I'm going to give you. I love you, Camila Squad. And remember, y'all got this. Follow God's path. Go down his road. If you go down his wrong, he will not steer you wrong. I promise you he won't. Will it be painful sometimes? Will you have times where you cry? Will it be times where you just ready to give up? Yes, yes, and yes. But you know what? You keep going. You keep going. Every day is not going to be roses and butterflies. It's not. It's going to be a lot of ugly days. But you keep going. I don't recorded a lot of videos where I've been having ugly days. It might look like I'm happy, but I don't be. It be ugly days. But with God right by my side, I know I got it. He's at the he's at the top of my head. He's at the middle of my body and he's at the sole of my feet. So nothing on this earth can defeat me because God is all over me. So whatever is thrown at me, I tackle it because of God. So even when I'm at my darkest, my lowest points, I say, but God. And I keep going. And that's how we have to get. But God, keep going. I don't know how I'm going to pay my rent. But God. I don't know how I'm going to put the food on the table. But God. I don't know how I'm going to get to work. But God. Oh, dang, this depression is eating me up. But God. All these kids keep acting up in school and I'm steady having to go get them. But God. I ain't talked to my friend in 6 months and I really miss the relationship. But God. Go to God for all of that and he'll fix it. I love you guys. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. I'm going to jump off. I love you, love you, love you. Happy Wednesday. Take this message and apply it to your life. That's all I'm going to end with. Take it and apply it.
No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Let yours.